Hello, first responders. It's Johanna with Holiday Planet with your final payment announcement for our first responder cruise to Iceland and Norway coming up in July. And the cool thing about final payment is it means we are getting closer to this cruise. Once it's all paid in full, it starts to get real. And I could not be more thrilled because this is going to be such a fun cruise with such a fun group of people. First reminder is that today is last call for shore excursions for our private group excursions. And we do have a handful of them, maybe 5, that we're just a little bit short on our counts. We need for most of them like 5 to 10 more people to book. So if you could please consider joining any more of our group excursions. Today is the day. I know one that everyone is really excited about is the Puffins and Elves tour, and we have had more people signing up for it this week. So as of today, we just need one more person, just one more, and we'll meet our group minimum so that everyone gets confirmed at the price they've signed up for. So thank you so much for putting one more eye on those shore excursions today. Also, we will be sending out final payment authorization links next week. That will be by about the 21st of March for our final payment that will be coming up due April 4th. So that final payment authorization link, it may go to spam or junk, so it's a good idea to check your email for an email called Client Tasks. And that way, through the client tasks, you can choose which credit card you'd like to use for the payment, which date it's going to be able to run, and also whether or not you're going to accept or decline insurance. And I'll talk about that in a second. But first, the important thing about the deadline is that it is April 4th. So when you're authorizing that payment, you can pick any weekday between now and April 4th to have the charge run. But it's helpful to us if you fill out the tasks soon so that we know that we have a plan in place. Even if the day that you're asking for the payment to be run is April 3rd or April 4th, that's fine. But go ahead and fill it out for us in advance so that we know we have a plan. Now, insurance is always an interesting thing because, of course, we feel like we're going on this trip 100%, right? Nothing's going to keep me from going. So I would really rather not buy insurance, right? It's something that I don't think that I'm going to use and certainly hope that I won't need. But man, when things happen and things go wrong, and I have been in this industry long enough to see all the things that go wrong, it's usually adding insult to injury if you're also losing a bunch of money on your trip, because it's usually one of the worst situations that would cause you to have to cancel, and we don't want to see you lose all that money too. So please think very carefully about the insurance. We'd be glad to resend the quote if you want to look again at everything that's covered. I can just tell you that most of our first responder group will have insurance. I think it's one of those you'd rather be looking at it than looking for it type of things, and that's why, just in a mentality of first responder preparedness, probably most everybody in the group will have it. But it is optional. So you could also decline it, and you'll be able to accept or decline through the link in your authorization email that will come out by the end of next week. We do have to rerun some of the insurance quotes. If we told you back at the time you booked your cruise that it was a certain price, that price now is no longer valid, so we'll have to rerun the quote. It sometimes changes by a few dollars, so just a heads up about that. But a lot of you did wait to purchase it until now, which also does make sense because your cruise deposit is refundable all the way up through April 4th. So that's the time at which the cruise payments start to not become refundable anymore and are less and less and less refundable up until the time we travel. And you really need that insurance to be in place, because even if you've had a horrific death in the family or you yourself are hospitalized and can't travel, I hate to say that the cruise line won't care. That sounds callous that they wouldn't care. But all they would ask us is, well, do they have travel insurance? That those cancellation policies are 100% non-flexible. The only thing that can help you in that situation is travel insurance. So think about that carefully. Watch for those authorization links to come out in the emails called Client Tasks, and let me know what other questions you have down in the comments below, or reply to the email that comes out with this video. Thanks everyone, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.